Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Create Your Own Reality podcast, where we share stories and practical tips to help you level up your mindset, reconnect with your purpose, and boost your confidence. If this is your first time listening to the show, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're able to take something from this episode to turn your day from good to great. Let's get into it. Why is it so difficult to believe in ourselves and just make things happen? There's definitely not just one answer to this, and there might even be more than the ones I know that hold me back. But today, we're gonna dive into each one and flip them on their heads to allow you to take that next step forward. A big reason people struggle to believe in themselves and get things started, myself included, is because they don't feel ready. I discussed this a little bit in an episode from last season titled Just Start that I'll leave linked to this episode if you want to give that one a listen afterwards. But I'm here to tell you that ready isn't a feeling. That perfect moment or perfect circumstance you're waiting for, they're never going to come. In order to get to those moments, you must do the thing you've been hesitating on. When I started this podcast almost 3 years ago, let me tell you, I was not ready. I used it as a way to challenge myself, my consistency, and my confidence when it came to my own voice. Even though I haven't had tremendous growth with the show just yet, it is something I look forward to putting together every week. I encourage you to do the thing. Whatever it is you've been holding off on, take that next step. Once you get into the momentum of it, you will continue to work towards that ultimate goal. Expanding on the first idea, many people think they need to have something perfectly planned out or prepared in order to get it started. But if you already have a crazy life, if you work full-time or have responsibilities at home, it's highly unlikely that you're going to have this extra idea or thing you've been wanting to implement planned down to a T. If you do, all power to you. You are even more equipped to take that next step because getting started will always be the most challenging part. Take the first step, make the first item, or post it for sale online. Don't worry about the logistics of how perfect your listing photos are or what your website looks like. The act of getting that product up will again give you that momentum to want to continue. As time goes on, and as your business starts to grow and be seen by more people, that's when you can take the time to truly work on perfecting those minor details. However, if you really feel stuck in that perfectionism mindset, I encourage you to check out my earlier episode on perfectionism to try and get a better grasp on that perspective shift that needs to happen. Another huge reason why people struggle to believe in themselves is imposter syndrome. Especially with social media, we have so much access to people's highlight reels. When you really think about it, there are very few people on the internet who share their full stories. Most people just share their wins. If you're constantly comparing your life to those who you follow online, it's easy to become discouraged, especially if you're just getting started. I would encourage you to limit your time on social media while you're building your idea. It's one thing to gain inspiration from others around you, but it's very unproductive to constantly put yourself down for comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 100. Everyone's timeline is going to look different, and there's nothing wrong with that. As individuals, not all of us are going to think the same, which also means that we won't all have the same results. Focus on your strengths and your uniqueness to build the brand, business, or idea you've been holding off on. As you start to share your own wins and successes, maybe you will become the inspiration for someone else to follow in your footsteps. I heard a quote recently that stated, "You believed in Santa Claus for 7 years. Why can't you believe in yourself for 15 minutes?" And that really got me thinking, because it couldn't be more true. If, as a kid, we believed that Santa Claus was real, why can't we, as adults, believe in our own capabilities? I'm sure any idea you have that you're looking to implement has been something you've dabbled in before. And even more likely, it's something that you're good at and even enjoy. If you take nothing else away from this episode, I encourage you to start an evidence journal. Instead of comparing yourself to others online, compare yourself to you. Write down all of the previous wins you've had, whether they're related to your idea or not. Once you're done, take a real hard look through all of those times you've succeeded. Think about the amazing feeling all of those moments left you with. Now, it's time to add one more. Even if you're still struggling to believe in yourself right now, just know that I believe in you. You have all that it takes to take that next step and start the journey you've been holding off on. You never know. It may change your entire life into everything you've been dreaming of. Believe in yourself. It's the most powerful thing you can do. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend. Comment down below to share your takeaways with others and join the email list from the link in the show notes. Until next time, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others.